things that happen with that snow melt
Yeah.
is that, which you were talking about in our last half hour, is that it leaves behind, when it melts, it leaves behind all those dead leaves,
Right.
dead grass.
And things are just starting to come to life. We're not quite there yet,
Yeah,
so
still
there's
not seeing a lot of
still a
green.
lot of dry vegetation that the sun can very quickly dry out, even if in the morning the ground seems a little damp. It's funny, though, just thinking of that story there, it's just a good reminder that maybe stop and look at what's around you.
Right.
Yes.
when
There
you're out
could
in
be
the woods.
things happening
Right.
right there. Right.
I am, out running, walking, but I'm not observant enough. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought about
I'm
that.
sure you have
Yeah.
run past many of them,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I
Give it
haven't
an
stepped
extra
on
look.
any.
Well,
in that case, my foot would have been wet, so that would have been a,
Sure.
Be an
heads
indicator.
up.
You've
But
noticed
yeah,
that.
that's very cool. One thing that's not so subtle, but we all encounter this time of the year, is the wind.
Yeah.
And
A lot
I
of
felt
that.
like, given my last hit out on the weather deck, this would be a good reminder that this is our windiest time of year on average. The months of March and April in Portland, and in all of the state for that matter. These numbers are for Portland, but the idea is the same. Those are our windiest months, and it has to do with the fact that our air masses are still kind of chilly. The sun is strong, and you get a lot of mixing during the afternoon. So that's why in the morning it may not be so windy, but on a day like today, the afternoon is quite breezy. Right now we have a south-southwest wind at 13 miles per hour, gusting up to 21. 42 degrees in Portland with that breeze coming in off the ocean. We're sunny in Bangor at 45, and still a breeze there too. Westerly gusting up to 17. There is a strip of some cloudiness here through the Central Highlands back to the mid-coast, but on either side, it's fairly sunny right now, and the tendency will be for these clouds to dry up over the next couple of hours. But this batch of clouds here will come in by tomorrow morning, and as high pressure drifts southeast, we'll have an onshore flow developing. So that means tomorrow there will be a lot more clouds and a few showers at times, but there isn't going to be much steady rain during the day. So this evening, that wind's kicking in off the ocean through 7 or 8 o'clock. So a chilly one if you're going to be out there for any evening plans, maybe some high school games and whatnot. Sweatshirts, hat, and gloves in some cases if you're hanging out in the stands for that. By 6 o'clock this evening, tomorrow morning I should say, clouds will be increasing. There may be a little sun in eastern Maine tomorrow morning, but overall tomorrow is a cloudy day. And there's a chance for a few showers, but I think more likely it's some drizzle, a little mist at times tomorrow, and there can even be a few flurries that mix in the hills and mountains, but it wouldn't be anything significant. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, and you see not much change, still a few drops out there, and certainly a lot of cloud cover through the day too. Now with that southerly wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour, the best we'll do temperature-wise is probably middle 40s for most of southern and central Maine. Perhaps a few places sneak into the upper 40s, but that may be pushing it. On Thursday, a little bit more of a split state forecast. Southern Maine, we have a chance to see some sunshine, and given it turns partly sunny, we'll get into the 50s. But eastern and northern Maine, clouds will hang on, as well as some showers, which can be in the form of snow through the Central Highlands and up north, I think, Thursday morning. And that's because this little trough axis hanging back from a system offshore will focus some showers here. But I'd say from Lewiston or Augusta southwest, it's probably mainly dry on Thursday with some breaks of sunshine. So again, coolest and dampest in this part of the state, a little bit better to the south and west, and certainly over in New Hampshire on Thursday, it looks pretty nice. Now for Friday, there might be a flurry or sprinkle around, otherwise partly sunny, and I do think the weather improves heading into the weekend. Our thinking continues to be that this big expansive high holds off any rain to our west and south. So it's not going to be super warm given the air is coming down from Canada, but both weekend days look seasonal and dry as we see it right now. Seas tomorrow, 2 to 3 feet. We'll have a southerly wind, 10 to 15 knots on the water. So more clouds out there tomorrow with a chance for a few showers, but no real steady rain. Thursday, it's one of those split state days where in northern and eastern Maine it's cloudy with scattered showers. Southern and western Maine brighter and warmer. Could be a flurry or sprinkle up north on Friday, otherwise partly sunny, and then the weekend looks pretty decent. Lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s. I think that we hold off any rain until maybe Tuesday of next week. So a little dry stretch there, and it includes the weekend.
All right. Ryan, thank
You're
you.
welcome.